in your apartment is working.
You in there?
No. I think you was in there.
I forgot about just sitting there talking to my mom.
I think it's
I saw lights go on. So I said, let me go use, I gotta use the bathroom. So I said, let me go use the
I think
bathroom.
it's working.
I hope it is. Cause it's in there. Hold on, I'm gonna go.
Okay, give me a
Hold
second.
on. Oh, you see? I was sitting out there. Okay.
What time did I leave this morning? Was it about like 9 o'clock? 8 o'clock? Like that?
Give me a second.
I think it was like 8 o'clock.
You left at 8:12.
Oh, okay, cool, thank you.
So I'm trying to see what's happening.
Check back in, 12:02.
You gotta send me the link for that.
So they came in and flipped my circuit breakers. They came in and flipped the circuit breakers. See that? And if they were to watch the cameras, you'd see them come in and do what they did right here. That's funny as shit. They say, we won't go in your apartment, and they sure did, because they flipped them circuit breakers right there. Because you don't control the stove and the fridge and the bathroom lights from any other place than that circuit breaker right there. And here, just to show you my outrage last night when I got home to see them in my apartment tampering with my shit, I'll show you that now. And the unfortunate thing is they keep lying. Like they're not supposed to steal and rob and mob on the homeless people they're supposed to help here in this homeless shelter. And that's just fucking reality. I wish I could go downstairs and videotape each one of them, put them in a room and interview them, and then if I was allowed to give them justice based upon their crimes in this life. But unfortunately, I'm not permitted because I'm not police or law, or any upper level Freemason or judge or any kind of world leader, nothing. I'm a homeless man who they've decided to trap here for the past 14 months, since February 1st, 2024. I've had at least 2 housing vouchers, maybe 3, and they put federal voucher numbers on DC vouchers to trick me, but they've been giving my voucher to other people named Nathaniel Vizdos in other parts of the United States and the territories since I was here. The question is, was it only 2? Was it 3? Was it more? And who put their hands on it? Who touched these things? Who did the evil work? I guess they're trying to keep me here long enough so they can like kill me or rape me or harvest my organs or get me incarcerated and rape me and kill me and harvest my organs. I mean, what the hell is wrong with people today? Motherfuckers know I'm homeless and got nothing. And these people are such grubs who work here, and the woman who just let me in here, they fucking robbed me a number of times here. Now I got to search through my shit and see if anything else is missing. Yo, why these people just come out of my apartment? All of them just came out of my apartment. Why are y'all in my fucking apartment? They were just in my apartment after they had locked it when I left. Hey, sure enough, my grooming kit is missing. My grooming kit, it's a little metal box, maybe 4 inches or 5 inches by 5 inches, about a ½ inch thick. It says Eddie Bauer on it with burgundy and brown and those colors as the theme for the art colors for the design on it. It had like tweezers in it, a little pair of scissors, and a couple other little like grooming items. I think a nail file and some shit like that. And it's missing. So now I gotta call the police here in a little bit once I feel like it. Cause they fucking robbed me again here at Valley Place. And the staff locked the door before I left and unlocked it when I got back. So they must have been the ones to do it. And every time the police show up here, whether it's they called or I called, the police say, let's check the cameras. By the way, when they came in and did the perma-treat treatment in here and poured formaldehyde behind the stove and in my bathroom, this bruise broke out. This bruise right here. And then I know about fentanyl. And when I was almost murdered on December 30th, 2023, they injected me with fentanyl, except for my skin got lesions and broke out. And they say crocodile or car fentanyl do that. So what they do is they mix fentanyl with formaldehyde, and formaldehyde is actually a root of PCP, or it is PCP. And so I'm lucky I didn't have that open up as a wound like people who go on to crocodile or car fentanyl, because that's what they actually gave me. And so when the fucking formaldehyde is put in my apartment and they say they did bug treatment in every apartment, but they just came in and sprayed in here, Steve and this guy with the afro from Permatreat, they sprayed in here a few days ago, and the same day this bruise erupted. And my ankle where I have pain got worse, and the lumps on the back of my head from the initial, what I called gouge, or whatever I fucking called it, the lumps that turned into pus balls, they erupted more again too. And it's been it's been like, I wish I could just like do what has to be done, but only the law, the police, or the military can do that. I'm not allowed to do what needs to be done. I could clean up DC probably in about 2 weeks. No guns needed, machetes only. Because barely anybody in DC has guns except for the police and the military. Whether they're dirty or not, they're the only ones who have them. Everybody else is scared to go to prison. But they'll sure set people up to go to prison and jail here. They just don't want to go themselves. And some of them, if they work for like Homeland Security or NSA or some other alphabet agency, or people who get money from the government and siphon into some kind of think tanks and then pay all these people out here to do the evil, like some of them have singular people budgets of $1 million to $5 million walking around. They're basically doing the same thing that their streetwalkers and scramblers are doing for them, except for those folks get less accommodations than I get, and they also are forced into prostitution and being drug mules. And everybody knows what happens to prostitutes and drug mules over time. It's not good. Yet these children and these young people will keep doing it. Look at the old people around you. You want to keep doing this for the next 50 years? In about 10 or 15 years, you have to torture the children and turn them into what they're turning you into now. Right here at Valley Place and other places around Washington, D.C., the United States, and the entire planet. It's real. Hey, also on Friday, I went to MedStar Hospital and spoke to a neurologist named Dr. Tsai, Tsai. And Dr. Tsai said he definitely looked at the results and that I definitely have traumatic brain injury in my history. And but he said my balance was pretty good, my speech was pretty good, and I kind of told him about my memory deficits and how I can't remember how to even turn on my computer sometimes. Well, not turn on I bought a laptop the day after Christmas online for cheap. That's when I bought my TV as well, because you get things real cheap the day after Christmas online. And I was visiting Congress the other day, sitting in the cafe, trying to log into the internet with my new laptop. I couldn't even remember how to log into the internet on my laptop. And I used to work in an office and use a laptop every day for work and write reports and account for my time in 15-minute increments with reports and send them to my boss for my entire 40 hours a week for 12 years, basically. Well, the first 7 years, I had to account for my time in 15-minute increments, the entire job, with case notes for billing to the government agencies who hired us. Then the next 5 years, it was half-an-hour increments, and that's when I was an internal worker, employment specialist for Rappahannock Goodwill Industries in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And then the last year I was there, I ran the Job Help Center, the flagship Job Help Center, the Woody Van Valkenburg Job Help Center at the Goodwill Community Resource Center in Spotsylvania County, Virginia. But really it's considered Fredericksburg. It was just over the line in Spotsylvania County, probably for tax purposes and to give their business and stuff more to the Spotsylvanians than to the city of Fredericksburg. Because Fredericksburg is more progressive. Spotsylvania is more deep south, I'll just say that. And the fact that I can't even remember how to log into the internet on my new laptop is really fucking troubling. But the doctor said he didn't recommend anything, and I can follow up if I want, and I can get my records offline. He also said that there seems to be more than 2 records for my name in the MedStar system, as in somehow there's at least 3 or more records of a Nathaniel Vizdos myself using their services, but I don't. And they kept saying, you don't take anything other than medical cannabis? I kept saying no. And every person who saw me asked me that. And the nurse who took my blood pressure said it was like 197 over 147 and I should be having a stroke and dead. And I was like, well, I'm kind of like that all the time. And guess what? Sometimes I don't really breathe that much. Sometimes I don't actually breathe for hours. And then she kind of smiled, and I told her she had pretty eyes and a pretty smile. And then she laughed and said, I love you. The doctor will be in soon. And she walked out. And I said, thank you. I love you too. I'm going to watch some TV. I think I'm going to watch Spike Lee's movie, Black Klansman, because it reveals a lot about the current jargon here in Washington, D.C. and rhetoric of President Trump's administration. Exact rhetoric from David Duke from the 1970s. David Duke is Grand Wizard of the KKK from Louisiana. So I'm going to turn on some Spike Lee and get busy. And do the right thing, everybody. Remember, if you don't know what that means, watch the Spike Lee movie, Do the Right Thing.